And we're off.
Yes. Let's go live.
Oh, yeah.
Eureka.
We got our permission slip signed. We're going to the dance. Jamaicans! Oh. They're going to the dance hall. That's how funky it is. We're starting off with technical difficulties. One more again, Jamaicans. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I'm your host, Bogart Scott Free, here with my esteemed colleague, The Goo.
Yes,
we
sir.
live on IG. We live in the GMM studios. Oh, it's week 14. What's happening, Goo?
Oh man, you know what I mean? Fresh in the studio today. We're getting ready for this week 14 playoff starting. You know what I mean? It's that time.
I see you got them dance shoes shined up. I know you have several pairs.
Yeah, you know what? I had them on in August. Never took them off. They're a little
like
dirty.
that.
Had to get them shined. You know.
Yeah.
I was out there hooping in them. You know what I'm saying? Doing all that.
Is it the shoes? Is the next question.
It was the shoes.
Is it the
definitely
shoes?
was. They're a little scuffed up. But
Look,
you know what I'm
little
saying?
throwback NBA Jam.
There's a little. Yes. Yeah. He's on fire.
He's on fire.
Yes.
You know,
Boom shakalaka.
It takes 3 in a row, right, to get on
Yes,
fire?
sir. Yes, sir.
Well, right out the gate, follow us at the GMM Network. Follow me at Bogart Scott Free World. Follow my esteemed colleague, The Goo, at the Guru 408. It's week 14. It's the first week of playoffs. Oh yeah, shout out to our sponsor, Milk and Honey. Man, we're gonna. I don't want to say so much as wing it, but we're just gonna get down to everything gritty and nitty gritty as fuck as we can. You know what I'm saying? Okay. How do you want to play this?
I mean, it's playoff time, man. It's playoff time,
Right?
I mean, so there's half of our audience. You know, what I mean, maybe not as much rooting interest, but we're gonna look at it. We're just gonna break down some of the matchups, guys we like. You know, talk. Pause, but just go over it. You know, do what we do. We make plays every day.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you know what? Let's kind of do it circa. Let's do it circa 2-minute drill esque. Well, let's go through these. Let's go through these games even, and let's just touch on them back to back. Pause.
Hey, let's see here. Let me pull up the schedule real quick. Then
We'll start with the Thursday night game. It's the Bears and
Cowboys.
Boys.
Okay, so what's your thought? Okay, as an Amari Cooper, pooper, scooper, truther, kind of a tough matchup on a Thursday. It kind of goes against what I love is, and I don't, or what I. It is what I hate, and that's Thursday games and a bad matchup.
But here's the caveat, is that Jerry Jones is a rich motherfucker. And as a rich motherfucker, he's had the Cowboys even before his time. So, but since his time there, the Cowboys have then and always been the Thanksgiving Day matchup. And in the past gang of years, they would follow up their Thursday matchups immediately with another Thursday one, so they get a full week.
Right, which is what we're looking at here.
Yeah. So I'm not really afraid of like the short week aspect of it because both these
Fair.
teams, you know what I mean?
Okay, and it's in Chicago. It's going to be late, so it might be a cold game. I don't know. Can't imagine that being ideal conditions either. Does that throw you off at all or not?
Okay. Well, look, how about this? We're gonna hit it with the personal aspect because you do have Cooper in a shitload of spots.
Yeah, I mean, if you got,
Right?
I mean, there's a lot of people in this game.
There's no way you're not starting Cooper, correct?
He's in there.
Like
it depends. If you're in the standard league,
there's probably only like one guy I can think of, and that's like one Devontae Parker. Like if you so happen to have him along with Cooper, and then you had other options that was good like Cooper, and then you'd be like, well, I could just put in Devontae Parker over Cooper. That might be the one. Like literally the specific one guy I could think of because he's just been like a target monster.
Right.
Where it's like same thing with Cooper, but Cooper it's like the league is on to him. And the Bears secondary is legit. And the way to attack this team would be on the ground. And I'm playing against Zeke this week in the first round in the playoffs. And I have Dak in a super flex that I gotta play. You know what I mean?
Right.
I do have an Anthony Miller, who I'm heavily considering. Where in this case, Anthony Miller has been a target monster, and we just seen someone like Cole Beasley get out of the slot on said Cowboys defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like Anthony Miller in this matchup. If you're in like a deeper rostered league where you maybe start like 3 or 4 receivers, possibly, you know, as a wide receiver too, I'd be a little hesitant.
Well, unless you had been streaming your second receiver like every week, and you managed to land on a Anthony Miller and been riding him out. This past couple weeks, you need to fuck with that kid.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a good matchup here. It'd be tough to play him, and if you're in like a standard 12-team league.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to play him, but that's where you win.
No one should play standard leagues. But yes, the playmakers do. There's playmakers out there that play standard leagues. I'm just saying, like, how about this? If you're in a standard league and you didn't make it, I want you to like start lobbying all the guys together with you that didn't make it, and let them know how vast the player pool is when you play in leagues that are PPR.
Oh yeah, I mean not even just PPR, just extended rosters, not your 1, 2, 2 tight end and a flex. You know what I mean? That's when when you play in 2 receiver leagues, even in a 12-team league, it's kind of they're watered down. So you do have tough decisions to make. And a guy like Anthony Miller, say like over a guy like Amari Cooper, could anybody pull that trigger? I don't think they could. I don't think they could, but there's a great chance Anthony Miller could have a better game than Cooper. You know what I mean? But that's you need that kind of savviness. So in standard leagues, it's hard to do.
Gallup or Miller? Anthony Miller. First round bye.
I'm actually I'm feeling Anthony Miller in the spot. I like what Mitch has been doing the past few weeks. Mm-hmm. They are throwing it a little bit more. He's been a little bit more efficient. Cowboys are not like anything special. So I mean, the weather could change. The weather could change how this game gets played a little bit, but I mean the Cowboys are struggling 6-6. They're 6-6 team. The Bears are actually a good team. So like I don't feel as good about.
Wait, hold on. The Bears are actually a good team. The Goose says.
I mean, they're not. They should be better than what they are. They're just not. Yeah. They're not good though. Because of Mitch Trubisky, but he's been playing better. When Mitch plays good, they play better, and they're actually like playoff team.
I just wanted to hear you say it because I am a Mitch truther, and you know what I'm saying. Like seeing him do what he's doing now. Like this is what I expected. It's just like the injuries and then like. Matt Nagy just out coaching himself, just all this, all these other variables when it's like, just try to do what you did last season. Like, remember Mitch couldn't even get on the field in preseason because they were trying to do this whole, he doesn't look good. We're going to, it's like, oh, he doesn't look good. Put him in a preseason game then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he's been bad all year. He's been coming around the last few weeks. So, it could be a decent matchup, prime time too. So he could also shit the bed and be Mitch Trubisky.
What about any love for Jason Witten in this?
I've had no love for Jason Witten all year. They're missing him in the Monday Night Football booth more than anything. But he's cool. Yes, it's brutal over there.
Booger sucks. I don't know what.
Not that Witten was much better, but it's just brutal. Poor Booger.
Let's move on to the next matchup.
Yep. We're gonna move to Sunday now. I mean, the game of the week, the new game of the week, seems to involve the Niners every week. Niners Saints.
This is
a juicy one because that running backfield is something I'm heavily invested in. Got Raheem Mostert and some Tevin Coleman everywhere, even a Matt Breida in one league. So like I'm really trying to figure this one out here. What to do? Like
it really is a dilly of a pickle.
Do you feel confident about any of those running backs on the Niners?
Well, Breida. Well, if you guys are for the playmakers, if they're tuning in live right now, it is Tuesday night. If you're hearing this on a YouTube, it will be Wednesday, and there should be more practice reports come out, or at least the first official practice and injury report comes out every Wednesday. So we'll see more about Matty B, the smooth Matt Breida.
He practiced last week, I think 2 or 3 times, but he didn't play. So he was practicing. He's probably going to practice again this week.
Yeah,
but that's obviously one of those things you're going to have to monitor until game time. Matt Breida's active. Tevin Coleman's active. Raheem Mostert's active. Is that just a complete stay away now?
Yeah, I would. I mean, because...
What about Mostert? You couldn't roll Mostert out?
Well, because... Okay, how about this? The first 6 weeks of the season, the Niners backfield, as a collective, averaged 250 all-purpose yards, scrimmage yards.
Right.
And then that shit started to fall off when guys started to get hurt. But I bring this up to say... There's always 3 active and there's always 3 involved. And last week, there was only 2.
We're the only one involved.
Yeah, but then there was 3 active, and we didn't see no Tevin Coleman or no Jeff Wilson Jr.
Right.
Jr.
Good
You know what I'm
job.
saying? I know, I remembered his name.
Not Jeff Williams.
Yes, there you go. You know what's funny is I was trying to remember what I always called him when I was texting you the other morning when you were talking to me about Tevin Coleman, and I
Yep.
was like, whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
Jeff Williams
I
the
didn't fuck.
fifth.
Yeah, because I might, sometimes I'd call him Jeff Wilson, and sometimes I'd call him, Jeff Williams Jr., and like sometimes he'd be the third. I was just confusing myself, you know what I mean? But then like,
He'll be the 4th come Sunday.
here's the thing, right? If Matty B plays, he's the only one I'm willing to start.
Interesting.
The
Even
rest
coming
of
off the injury, you're not too worried about that.
yeah, because I'm on the side of things with Shanahan, where there's 2 sides to this. One is Shanahan will play a guy if he can go. Circa broken bone in Kittle's foot. He's a go. We're playing him.
Okay.
Right? And here's the second part of it. Matt Breida goddamn Wolverine. How many times has he been questionable?
Wolverine's
already?
healing a little slow the past
Listen,
few weeks.
he's old man Logan then. He's a motherfucker. He's a motherfucker to be questionable all goddamn week. And then he gets in there and he's the top 3 running back on
He's
the
breaking,
week.
yeah. He's the cheetah.
Yes.
He's the cheetah. Okay. Let's see then.
I didn't know they referred to him as the cheetah as well.
No?
No, but it makes sense because when he got dubbed that name, it was against that Lions last year. Against the Lions when he
breaking
had
on
that 22-mile-an-hour run.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Oh, my bad. Niners Saints. Anybody
Kittle.
in this matchup you like or don't like?
Do you have Kittle anywhere?
I don't.
I don't like Kittle in this, but I have Kittle in one spot, and I need him.
And you need him.
I'm worried about him. But I also don't like. I have Goddard to replace him if I wanted to, throw a last ditch effort on a Monday night. I like to call them anchors. You know what I mean? But because theoretically you're like, okay, well, Goddard is playing the Giants, right, on a Monday night in Philly. But oddly enough, one of my favorite teams to pick on with the tight end, the New York Giants, it's been hard to do that this season. The new one is like Green Bay. You pick on Green Bay now. Like they replaced the New York Giants with a team that I could follow around with a tight end.
So you're going to sprinkle in some Jeremy in your lineups this week?
Jeremy Sprinkle?
Yeah, they're playing the Redskins.
Nah.
No,
Maybe some DFS.
I just wanted to make a sprinkle me joke. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Okay, Saints. Anybody on the Saints you're concerned about in this matchup? Michael Thomas is matchup proof.
I'm concerned for anyone who will put faith in Jared Cook just because he's fucking terrible for owners.
But haven't the Niners been giving up to the tight end
Yeah.
a little bit? And then she said,
But this is a perfect Jared Cook spot where he's poised and primed to come through for folks in fantasy in the first round, and he's gonna drop like 3 touchdown passes.
I won't be mad if it happens.
You're gonna roll out Jared Cook if you have him because of the fact that Niners are susceptible. That's the 1 weak spot. Anybody who plays a lot of man coverage on the outside, and then if you're playing man coverage, what are you doing? You're keeping your free safety in or around the box and on the line. You know what I mean? Because you're playing man. You know what I'm saying? So you could send pass rush and have your extra safety to help stop the run, shit like that. But then that immediately leaves it open for a tight end. You know what I'm saying? Teams like the Seahawks, teams like Jacksonville Jaguars over the years. Teams that played that mean cover 3. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let's see. Let's
Hold on, Debo. I love Debo in this matchup. And Sanders looks, and he doesn't. He seems like he's not questionable, or at least he's not rocking a tag. Yeah, so he'll take back a Lattimore because Lattimore, has Lattimore been active? I haven't been paying attention to him as much lately because I haven't had no one playing against him where I had to worry about it. But he's definitely gonna play for this one because if he hasn't been back, it's been a couple weeks from his hamstring.
He played last week in Atlanta.
Okay, so there you go. So yeah, he's definitely in this game, and that's gonna I think Emmanuel Sanders. How about this, playmakers?
Does Emmanuel Sanders deserve the number 1 corner all day?
Yeah.
Really?
But see, how about this? It's Dennis Allen,
Okay.
right? He's
Right.
the D coordinator.
Right.
He makes in-game adjustments where it's like, okay, fuck, Lattimore's getting ate up. I mean, Calvin Ridley's eating. Go ahead and move Lattimore to Calvin Ridley. You know what I mean? So it's like, if Kittle, because first of all, I worry about Kittle in this matchup because the Saints defense is really good against tight end. Say Kittle starts doing it, and they're cover, because it's gonna be like guys like Cam Jordan, or one of their, he's a linebacker, right? Lineman. Yeah, he's actually manned up opposing tight ends here and there. But say he starts
Jordan.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
He's a D end.
Is he? Okay, then I'm wrong about that then. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's like a sack master right now.
I'm sorry. Davis.
Demario Davis.
Yes. There you go. That's the linebacker.
Yes.
Cool. I've had a few.
That's all right.
Anyway, Bud Light give me money. But where was that? Yeah, then we could possibly see Lattimore get up on Kittle even. But as it stands in my head right now, it'll be Kittle. It'll be Sanders being, essentially erased by Lattimore, and Debo should have a big game against like PJ Williams and Eli Apple and the other shitty corners they have. Eli Apple's been playing all right, but
okay,
Debo will eat up some PJ Williams.
And the game's indoors, so it should be a fast track. Don't have to worry about any rain. Love that. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna move from that game. Let's get to the next game.
Real quick though, because playmakers might need to know this, because Raheem Mostert is a popular name and a pickup this week. If there's no Breida, I'm totally confident with rolling out Raheem as a flex, because at the end of the day, it's still a bad matchup against the run against the Saints.
Yeah. What kind of game do you think it's going to be? High scoring or low scoring?
Maybe it's a Tevin Coleman game. He's familiar with this team.
Yeah, Tevin Coleman though, man.
I'm just saying,
well, I guess the question we're going to ask with all these matchups when we talk about guys, can you roll them out in week 14?
Yeah, you're right. Okay. You know what? As I go through these names, hit me with that question on each one that you are like, I don't know, man. Would you really put your life on the line?
Well, you threw Matty B as the guy that you felt.
Yeah, I would, because he's fucking Wolverine.
I don't feel confident about any of them.
Matty B's legit.
I'm really hoping that he's out. That way I can play Mostert.
Okay.
DJ Mostert.
Yes. Mustard on the beat.
Mustard on the beat. All right. Jets and Dolphins. The Magic Man in the revenge narrative.
Oh, the revenge narrative.
Going back to the Jets, the team where he had the most success, the team that did not want to give him a deal, the team that said, fuck you, Magic Man. You have no magic. After he let him, I think he took him to the playoffs, or at least they were like 8-8 or something, maybe 8-9-7. And now he's going back, and I am plugging in the Magic Man confidently.
You know what? Pause. It's funny because I just repeated what you said in my head. I'm plugging in the Magic Man. Yo, you know what, dog? You know what's crazy? Is if a motherfucker is starting the Magic Man against me in the first round, I'm hot.
I'm playing him.
No, I'm hot if someone's playing him against me.
Oh, you know why?
Yeah, because he's the fucking Magic Man. I'm telling you, he doesn't necessarily have shit to play for, but he's just
revenge.
And you know what's the best, dog, is that like he's played for so many teams that like
every game's a revenge
game.
I really love him this matchup. That man has nothing but just his career, his heart to play for, his pride. The team sucks. They're not running the ball.
And Gesicki is a great play.
Yes.
Gesicki's a great player tight end. When I say great, I'm using the term loosely because
he's a low end tight end.
Well, two things. Because all you need is a touchdown and you're a fucking tight end one. You know what I mean?
True.
But the Magic Man has shown in his history he will support two cast members. And you know what I'm saying? Whether it's two receivers like a Godwin or a fucking Mike Evans or a fucking
Deshaun Jackson.
Or a Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson, because remember Godwin was hurt a lot of last year. Remember that?
He wasn't.
But it doesn't matter. There's two of them there. He's going to support them both. And it was Preston Williams and it was goddamn Devontae Parker. You know what I'm saying? Jamaicans.
Love some Devontae Parker. We already talked about his name earlier. You're plugging him in.
But
you find a way to plug him in.
But the biggest caveat is it looks like Jamal Adams, star safety, because that guy is a star.
Yep.
In a big market on a shitty team. You know what I mean? Jamal Adams is a star. He was drafted by the Jets to be a Gronkowski killer. There's no more Gronk, so he just kills every tight end in his goddamn path. And in this case, he's not going to play. And Gesicki is just going to be that other option. He's that second cast member.
So maybe he killed Chris Herndon.
You know what? He probably did not end practice. You want to be great, kid?
Put this guy on the
Hey,
IR.
but you're the same age as me. Shut up, kid.
As for the Jets side of the ball, what do you? Sam Darnold, I think, is questionable for this game.
Yeah, he got a knee. Am I saying that right? But one time
He's got a foot injury. He got stepped on late in the game. It says. Not concerned. Should be fine. Okay, so we'll see. Just something to monitor. But if he's beat up, I'm not mad at that. The Jets, though.
Listen.
Robbie Anderson, you playing your boy?
Listen,
Green Bean?
the green bean? Only if it's Darnold. Well, actually, you know what?
It's in New York, too, so it's
Listen.
might be cold.
Here's the thing. If Darnold, it's the Dolphins, dude.
What about him?
It's just the Dolphins where it's like how could I say no? And you're saying the green bean, but like at best a WR3 that could pop a big one.
So you flex him, or is he flex?
He's flex worthy. He's flex worthy.
All right.
But this is why I say it though too, is because I just remembered he did get 7 for 100 on.
He's coming off a big game.
Yeah.
He definitely is. So he's.
But I'm saying the usage, like, and then the week before that, you know what I mean? He had like 5 targets, but like. He had 4 receptions and one was a target on the 1 yard line for a touchdown. So it's like they were getting him involved in different ways. I mean, like, hey, if you were to ask me who I think would have a bigger game, it would between like any of the receivers in that core, it would be Robbie Anderson, because I think it's all gonna be a bunch of safe space Sam short dump offs. I'm more afraid of personally. I'm playing against a fucking goddamn 7 seed in a 14-team league, and I'm the 2nd seed overall, and there's no bye week for me. So I'm playing against a 7 seed, and this motherfucker has Le'Veon Bell, a guy who's never got more than 20 touches or 20 carries in a game, let alone I think he's topped like 18 or maybe 20 touches at most in a single game this season. And he's in a smash spot, and it's almost like everyone who's hearing this, all you playmakers, and you have Le'Veon Bell, be excited.
Yeah, he's not really anybody who's put any fear into me this whole year. So even in this spot, it's a great matchup. Still, he might have his ceiling is like 20 points tops. Absolute tops.
I'm trying to curve that.
You want it lower?
Of course, come on. This is not greed. This is just smarts.
So just to show you my confidence in Ryan Fitzpatrick, in a super flex league, yes. I have 4 quarterbacks. Okay, he's in there.
Stun on him.
He's in there at number 1.
Name those quarterbacks.
I have Russell Wilson.
Okay.
I have one Drew Brees.
Okay, hold on. Russell Wilson against the Rams. Drew Brees against the Niners.
And Baker Mayfield against Cincinnati. Fitzpatrick's in there. I'm got to decide now between one of those other 3.
If Baker wasn't if it wasn't
first of all, a little hurt
when you hear exactly,
and that Cincinnati matchup,
you hear Cincinnati and you're like, oh my god. But here's the one thing too, is I don't think anyone's. Close that door, please. Oh, hold on. We're on.
We got a charger now.
This? Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I did text that. Thank you. Our lovely assistant.
We got juice.
Where was he at?
We were about my quarterback situation.
The average pass attempts for a quarterback against the Bengals, I don't think is topped like 25. That's probably all you need for a Baker.
You know true. They need balance. He doesn't need volume.
Yeah. And it's because people have been kicking their ass so bad on the ground with the run game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And he's hurt a little bit, so that it's no smash play there. It's no smash.
It is a smash play technically.
It should be, but I don't think it is.
The way people have been handling it.
But I really love the Browns. Like, what did the Browns do when they had expectations and pressure on them all year? They fucking sucked, right? They were terrible.
Yeah, and everyone's off them. They're like,
now everyone's off them. They're done. There's no more pressure. Very little expectation. This might be where they like start acting a fool now, and like, so I'm a little.
Hey, you ain't lying. That has been their hype, though.
Yeah, no expectation. They're good when they.
You know why?
Put the pressure on them.
Because I love them like in that sense because they're immature as fuck. You know what I mean? You got Freddie.
That's why they lost last week to Pittsburgh, because they wanted to fight more than they wanted to play football.
For real.
They wanted to. and they couldn't.
Because I guarantee that's part of the huddle. They're in the huddle.
Oh yeah, they came in wearing t-shirts.
Hey,
and
you
shit.
remember?
You saw that, right?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Somebody
what?
Somebody wore a t-shirt. It was like,
Yo,
Juice.
the Jamaicans
Landry.
are geeked.
Yeah, they really are. Really are.
This wire.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, but go on.
Yeah, so as for the Jets, Dolphins, love the Magic Man, love Devontae Parker. You can plug in some Gesicki. You can plug in some Green Bean if you need, if you're desperate. If you got like a Julio or T.Y., you know what I mean, who's beat up for you.
Yeah, there you go. Good
You know
point.
what I mean? Like you gotta, it's all fit the narrative. Don't play these guys over studs, but you may be in
Zach
those positions.
Pasquale.
Oh, yeah.
Is an option if he's floating around out there.
Well,
I
we'll
mean,
get to him. We'll get
yeah.
to him. That's okay. So we'll get off the Jets game, and then we'll go to let's see. That's a late game. Let's get an early game in there. Panthers Falcons. You got any juice for me here at CMC? You plug them.
I think it's still going to be Norv Turner there because they did just fire Riverboat Ron.
Did you? Oh yeah, I heard about that today. Norv Turner is going to be the special assistant to the coach.
Hey, you know what? Norv Turner will fuck around and just get that job.
And you know who the offensive coordinator is?
Who?
Another guy, Scott Turner, I believe.
Oh yeah,
One
okay.
Norvell Turner's son is so he's basically the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So he's
Yep.
got. I don't think he's getting the job. I don't think he wants the job, but
Nah,
he's got the offense.
You know what? Real quick flash forward, bold prediction. Norv Turner's gonna go. He's gonna go with his homeboy Pat Shermer in New York and go fix that whole thing up.
I like that.
Yeah, because if see what he did with CMC, he could definitely do that with Barkley.
I like that call a lot.
Yeah, and did you see my Greg Roman call?
I did. Yeah, a lot of bold Greg Roman calls.
And then you know what's crazy? I'm sitting here with my crazy cousin Ryan. Shout out my crazy cousin Ryan. I'm sitting here with him, and he's like, I'm expressing that to him. The Greg Roman he would be dope. He can go over to Carolina, whether he has a Cam or maybe he would bring over Cap as the backup, or you know what I mean? Because that right.
Yep.
But then my cousin, he shows me, it was like ESPN, like the second leading fucking suspected
college
option.
guy.
It's Greg Roman.
For the
And
Panthers.
ESPN's that's the number one guy.
Really?
The number two, like rumor already is like guy they think they'll be interested in is Greg Roman. And I'm like, oh, look at me.
Okay. I like that.
I called it.
I like that. He's going to be a hot name. I mean, Baltimore's going to be rolling deep into the playoffs. So,
Greg Roman could also go to like Chargers even.
Oh. Yeah, they got
Okay.
Tyrod Taylor, right? So they're good.
Ooh, I didn't think of that.
No, they're not. Tyrod's done.
And he's gonna bring over Kaepernick.
He's done. As for the Panthers and Falcons, I mean, Julio, he's trending in the right direction. From so he's probably gonna play.
I swear, if he plays, he's propelling. Man, put Mark Bogart's words. If Julio plays, this has got to be that fucking giant Julio game that we haven't seen all year.
You know what? I really, really hope you're right.
Because, come on, bro. Like, if he plays... Because you know why? They have no reason to play. So I really feel like if he's trending to play, he will play.
This might be a great game because it's two trash teams. Carolina fired their coach. You know what I mean? Atlanta might fire their coach right before.
Yeah,
too.
he's
Like,
trying
you
to
know
fight
what?
for it.
We're going to fire our coach too. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah? Hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking Kyle Allen. I mean, if you're looking for a stream of quarterback and you're in a bind, I'm not mad at Kyle Allen.
No, not at all. I mean, it should be a really high scoring matchup. Like I said, when they fire the coach, you get inspiration. So
exactly, and
there's motivation there.
And
CMC might run wild.
One thing, he's going to because they're going to dumb it down more.
No,
they're going to dumb it down more.
Sorry, I said it on the air. Okay, so obviously you're rolling out your DJ Moores. You're rolling out. What about Calvin Ridley and Curtis Samuel? Any of those guys flexing?
You know what? If you've been a Curtis Samuel guy or a Calvin Ridley guy, they're definitely, I hope at least your third receiver.
Right.
Right? And if he's your second receiver and you're running more running backs type of shit, you're playing those guys. They're essentially Tyler Lockett to me.
All right, I got one for you. Calvin Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Curtis Samuel?
No, Calvin Ridley, Rashad Penny, or the combo of Coleman or Mostert. One of them.
I would. Oh, you mean
you got to play one?
Oh, just play one.
So you got to start your flex.
It'd probably be Penny.
Penny? Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
because I feel like that game will be high scoring. I feel
Game
like,
might be ugly weather though, according to my Yahoo.
in LA.
That's what I'm saying. The Raiders game is supposed to be ugly, and the Seahawks game is supposed to be
It's
ugly.
pretty ugly out here, even so.
Exactly. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it's
Well,
soggy conditions.
all the more reason to like someone who's gonna get guaranteed touches.
So the running backs. Oh, that's such a tough one. I don't. It's like I kind of still like Ridley even if.
But
Julio's
why the
active.
combination? You mean one
One
or
or the other? Coleman, Mostert,
Well,
Penny, or Ridley.
I'm kind of staying away from them.
I know. Oh, no.
And this is the matchup too. It's the Saints, right? So with Penny out of the two, him and Carson, right? This is what I fear for our Chris Carson shares is that it's going to be harder to run up the gut on the Rams, but it's easier to dump it off to the running back, the quick outside game in the zone run, and that's mostly how they've been using Penny. You know what I mean?
You got me thinking now.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get back to that. Where were we at here? Let me see. What game were we on? We were on the Falcons and
But Ridley, okay, see, it's really is like
Ridley's the guy I really wanted to know. See, he's not. I
what's
feel like you can
what's
still roll him
Ridley's
out.
target has been like?
The
'Cause
last,
I'm not-
well, he's been trending up the last 3 weeks. Let me see. I mean, Julio
Last
obviously missed
month
last
even.
game. You're right. The last 3 games, he's gone in targets. He's gone 10, 14, 8, and then 5 before that.
Okay, so 5 on the short week on Thanksgiving.
No, that was like that
Oh,
was,
okay,
that was
this
in week
way
10. Yeah, week Thanksgiving. Did they even play? Did they play on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh, against the Saints. Yeah, he had
had
8
the
for
8.
91.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of hard to get away from that
He 14 targets the week
because
before.
it's the
6 for
matchup too.
85.
But you know, okay, you want to know? You want to?
I think I would go Ridley. I would still.
Devontae Freeman's finna have the game.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
No way.
Okay.
He's so trash.
Are you aware of what everyone's been doing to the Panthers? Go all the way back to when we played the Panthers.
Have the
all running
True.
backs destroy them.
True.
Darius Geis
Yeah.
and fucking Adrian Peterson just did it to them.
You're
Like
absolutely right.
if you want to just go on recency bias.
You're absolutely right. You're
If
absolutely
you
right.
guys, if you guys that have Devontae Freeman, or
I just
say
have-
there's some jackass that was actually angry at him and cut him, and I say jackass in this case because this is that juicy matchup where it's like if he's it just so happens to be floating around out there, swoop his ass up.
At home, oh man, that's a tough one. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have no faith in Devontae Freeman at all.
Well,
Even
Devontae
there could be
Freeman-
like 7 guys on defense. He'd still average like 2.5 yards a carry.
But it's also they've been using him like the broken man's poor man's James White.
Really poor. Really, really poor.
Yeah, I'd say.
All right, I mean,
I called him the broken man's poor man's James White.
In a desperation spot, if you don't have better options, sure.
With a
It's not. It's
High
I'm
upside
with
in
that.
the matchup.
Yeah, it should be a lot of
Flex-
points.
flex at best, though.
That total will probably
Remember,
be
this
over
is
50.
mostly all flex talk players
Right.
anyway. You know what I mean?
All right, so we'll move off that. Let's see. We'll go to the Browns, Cincy and the Browns. We kind of dove into that a little bit. Is there any love for Andy Dalton and the Bengals anywhere? Joe Mixon, or is this just Cleveland? All Cleveland guys. You
Well,
play.
John Ross is coming back.
That is true.
That should help Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton, he's in playing for contract mode somewhere else now. He's basically auditioning, and you know what I'm saying. And then you have Joe Mixon, who this head coach is kind of just practicing with. When I say practicing, because he's just exercising his playbook, doing because
I think he's
Joe
just shortening
Mixon,
the game with Joe Mixon a little bit.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Right.
Like I'm not exercising that. You said shortening it. You know what I mean? Making it more comfortable for himself as a first-time head coach. You know what I mean? But Andy Dalton, theoretically, because their defense is bad, this should be some kind of high-scoring game. You know what I mean? Because the Browns' defense hasn't been doing it either. This game's in Cincy, right? Oh, this game's in Cleveland.
It's in Ohio.
It's in Ohio. Definitely.
Let me see. I did just have it a second ago. Where'd it go? It's in Cleveland.
Okay.
It's in the dog pound. Ooh, that should be a juicy one. I like Cleveland. I like juice. Odell might even have a game here. Like I said, there's
should.
less pressure on them. He's been terrible all year. He's got to have one.
Well, because
good
how
game
about this?
before we end this
Landry's definitely having the game.
Landry, yep, we love the juice. The juice will get loose. He might bless them out there.
I apologize to you, the juice. I was totally off you, the juice.
He wasn't drinking the juice.
No, not at all this season.
Oh no. I mean, in a
Sipping did a little last season.
he was falling pretty late in some drafts.
Yeah, where he's an ultimate value.
Yeah. So he's been a nice surprise. He's been the best receiver.
Jarvis Landry is more than likely a part of playmakers' rosters that are stacked as fuck in the playoffs.
True, because he was getting you could grab him as like a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 if in most leagues. So I'm not mad at him. You love Odell Beckham if you're a Jarvis Landry owner. Just like,
Yeah, I know, right?
how's that late first round,
that's
second round pick?
hilarious.
You love it. All right, let's see. Next game on the books. Let's go Buffalo and Baltimore.
Oh, this is a good one.
That should be a great game. Two high-powered defenses out in Buffalo.
Maybe one high-powered defense.
Baltimore is pretty solid. They just don't have
Baltimore is solid.
You don't think Buffalo's a good defense?
No, not that way. Just their secondary. Everyone runs on Baltimore. So let's start with this. I'm playing against Mark Ingram, and I hope like it's Gus Edwards or somebody else or Justice Hill for some reason, because guys like Mark Ingram is gonna have a game. Zeke, you don't own Zeke anywhere this year.
I don't.
Okay, so what, off the top of your head, if you don't know the numbers off the top of your head, what do you think Zeke did against Buffalo? In the PPR.
I feel like he had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
I actually didn't watch all that game.
Okay, Zeke hasn't been great at all this year.
He did. He got like 20 points, right?
Yeah. He went 70 on the ground, 60 through the air, and 7 receptions.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, this is like everyone's been doing that to the Buffalo Bills, which is crazy. This is
Mark
like
Ingram in a smash spot is what you're telling me.
Mark Ingram was in a smash.
Oh, I'm playing Mark Ingram.
Me too, and I'm playing against
CMC.
Le'Veon Bell, of course.
That's motherfucker.
Hey, playmakers, we're human too. You see it? We're bringing them.
It's pain. The playmakers need to know I manifested 2 playoff matchups I did not want. And I'm really.
And now I'm subconsciously highlighting the matchups that we both have.
Yeah, no, I gotta
Fuck.
see CMC and Mark Ingram against a guy I've beaten twice already.
Well, okay, look. Lamar Jackson, obviously you're starting him. You know what I mean? We're not talking about him, but Marquise Brown.
What kind of game do you see for Lamar though? Tempered or like he could be Louisville?
Has Jason Witten been doing his thing? Sprinkled, right? Here and there.
Jason Witten?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? So he got off on the Bills.
Okay.
Right? Mark Andrews and company, they're going to do their thing. You know what I mean? So I think that'll hurt the receiving game because obviously the Bills their outside corners are legit. You know what I mean? Especially Tre'Davious White, who's probably going to be on Hollywood Brown. You know what I mean? Then we got some questions?
Oh, they over there hitting the Jamaican horns.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Jamaicans, they're mad the check hasn't cleared yet or something. I don't know what's going on, but
Jamaican horns.
They'll be back.
It's in the mail. Where was we at?
What game were we on?
Oh, the Bills game. Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick, can we just talk about that game?
Go ahead.
This is fucking tight as fuck because it's my boy Josh Allen, the Stallion, the white Cam Newton himself.
What did you call him last week? A glorious idiot?
Oh yeah, he's so fucking glorious idiot. He's such an idiot. He's such an idiot. They even had to concuss him to knock sense into him this year.
It looks like it's working.
Yes. Hey, bro, that kid is dope. You know what's crazy is because I'm the crazy, glorious idiot who can recognize game, and I'm like, this kid's gonna be good. And shout out to Ray Fresh. He's actually the resident Bills fan that I know, the one and only Bills fan I know this side of the Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
But this dude was like, for real? I'm like, trust me, this kid's gonna be good. This is like, in the off season 2 years ago, where he's like, man, we got this Josh Allen kid, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean?
He wasn't feeling it?
No. I mean,
coming out though, he looked like
shit.
He's a douchebag.
But also, but I think it was more of his getup. Like, how about this?
And he was coming from some like weird college too, right?
Yeah, but and then he had all this racism shit.
Yeah, had to scrub the Twitter account.
But you're also like, why is your claim to fame and your pro day where you're on one knee and you bomb it 60 yards. Like, what is it? I get it. You're not, because it's inertia.
Who else did that? Someone else did that.
Jamarcus Russell.
That's right. Yep, you're right. You're right.
And guess how he turned out. But still though.
Didn't he die?
Did he?
I think he did.
In NFL wise,
No,
Jamarcus Russell died.
I'm gonna look that up. I could be wrong. I feel like
That's
he did.
fucked up. If
That's
you killed Jamarcus Russell, that's fucked
No,
up.
I didn't. I'm gonna look it up. Jamarcus Russell.
Okay, well, yeah. Why you do that? Okay, Cole Beasley. You know what I mean?
Okay, he's still alive.
Yeah, I was about to say, come on.
Who am I thinking of? I
don't
can't
know.
think. There was another Raider from that team. Oh, it was a defensive guy that died. Okay, never mind. I'm getting off track. Who? Daryl Russell. I don't know if you remember that. Anyways, shout out R.I.P.
Well,
Daryl
Cole
Russell.
Beasley. Cole Beasley is a PPR play. He's if PPR only, and like WR3 and temporary expectations. But like if you have 2-hitter receivers and you're in a 3-receiver league, you're loving Cole Beasley he's like an Anthony Miller. He's not gonna there's a safe floor and a low ceiling. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Devin Singletary, he's still going to be a low-end RB2 to me because my boy, the Stallion, is always going to steal his fucking goal line carry. You know what I mean? But if Singletary, can we also add would you play these guys or die for them or die because of them? Can we also add in play the guys that got you there?
Yes, of course. Start your studs.
Yeah, if Singletary got you there, you're starting him. Obviously, don't get cute like where you're like, well, I picked up Rashard Penny and you know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, Singletary is not necessarily.
Singletary been killing it.
He's been good the last few weeks, but I mean,
he's just not scoring touchdowns.
He's not your stud that got
unless
you there.
My boy downtown John Brown is throwing it to him. I'm worried about downtown in this one too. Marlon Humphreys, he's going to be on him. You know what I mean? But it's the same thing too, man. If you have John Brown, he's probably your third receiver, and if you've been starting him, you've been happy with it. You know what I mean?
That means you got some good depth. That means you got a good second receiver.
Yeah,
so
because there's unless you're a crazy man and you got John Brown like in the 5th round or some shit. You know what I mean?
They're out there.
Like you definitely picked them up off the waiver or got them in double-digit rounds. You know what I mean?
All right, let's see. Any last words on this game before you jump off to Green Bay and Washington?
Go Bills.
Go Bills. All right, Green Bay.
Oh, okay. I got one. One more.
Yeah.
Hey, Lamar Jackson. Shout out to JT Money. He was like, that motherfucker looks like the Predator. You know what I mean?
He looked like Russell Westbrook.
No, like okay, I like that, but I'm talking about like the Predator, like you know what I'm saying, like from the movie.
Oh yeah. With his little braids.
Yeah, with the helmet on and like, especially when he's in the all purple. But it's like, bruh, he be hitting the invisibility shit, cause it's like these motherfuckers just don't see him.
No, they can't. It takes you like 3 seconds to find the ball, and by then he's already.
You just see a blur, like how when the Predator hits that fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. All right, he's been playing like the Predator this year.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. All right, yeah, Green Bay, Minnesota. Mr. Geis guy went crazy last week. Is he a guy you feel good throwing in again this week?
It's he's playing against Green Bay. You mean
Green
right?
Bay, yep.
Am I drunk or did you say Minnesota?
No,
Fuck
Green Bay and Washington.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Geis guy.
You know what? I'd flex him.
Okay. What about
if you have no other better options, like any of these, like, because Darius Geis is one of those pickups this week too, because he's not 100% owned in leagues. There's a chance he's out there, and like this is still a team with Callahan where they're just gonna run the ball, even if it's a 2-possession game, like how it was when they because they came back storming. Just using the run game. Callahan just wants to run. He wants to get Peterson his yards. You
can't really throw it a lot with that quarterback. So.
No. Green Bay, and now, even just we haven't really touched on defenses, but like I picked up Green Bay and held them last week for this matchup. And I started thinking like, damn, I'm never really concerned with the amount of points scored on my fantasy defense, like, touchdowns and shit or field goals. I'm more concerned with how many times my opposing offense is going to throw the ball to give my defense, opportunities to make, plays and shit. And like I don't know if they're throwing enough for me. You know what I mean? But I'm still gonna roll out Green Bay because it's still against a rookie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's gonna be enough volume there. I like that. I mean, they're not gonna throw 15 times.
I mean, okay.
And there's fumbles. There's with a rookie quarterback, a lot that could happen.
If you're in a super deep league and you need a receiver, Alan Lazard. Just throwing that out there.
How Lazard?
Like if this is like a bare bones minimal play, like there's nothing out there in the waivers and you need something. You know what I mean? Because everyone else, like, Devontae Adams and then, Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, you're going to start those guys if you have them and you're in the playoffs.
Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams.
You're going to have to.
Confidently start. I mean, Aaron Jones,
not confidently. Not by any means. No one can say that. But if you're in the playoffs and you have them, you're starting them. It's the good matchup still.
Okay. All right. I don't think there's much there.
Yeah, because on the other side, not really fucking with shit.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Other than maybe some.
Maybe just Geis. And then even Adrian Peterson, fucking.
Yeah.
He hates Green Bay.
In a standard league.
He hates them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
He hates them.
All right. Detroit, Minnesota. It looks like Dalvin Cook came out and said he's going to be fine, which really bothers me.
Here's the thing.
Which could be bullshit.
You just be curing these motherfuckers.
Dalvin Cook said he'll be ready.
Them up.
I don't know if it's true though. But even if he plays, is he full Dalvin Cook? I don't think so.
No, I can see like a 60-40 split. How about this? People are playing Dalvin Cook and they have him, and if they don't have Alexander Madison, they're obviously praying Dalvin Cook plays. He doesn't play, obviously you're gonna play Alexander Madison if you have him, and you're super jacked about it because it's against Detroit, who's trash against the run, right? But I'm still flexing Madison, even if Cook plays, because why would you? Okay, how about this?
I like that call.
Say Kirk Cousins against the David Blau led Lions. Don't you think it should be Cousins and them shitting all over the place, right? Theoretically, right? So if you're gonna chew the clock at the end of a game, or even just run the ball with a lead, are you going to be like, hey, hurt Dalvin Cook? Go ahead and get up out there. You know what I mean?
No, you're not going to do that.
No.
So it's going to be, I like Madison.
Even just
I'm with that.
Yeah. I mean, Thielen, if Thielen comes back, because I know motherfuckers, and if you're in it with Thielen, if you're in the playoffs and you have Thielen, you know what I mean? Are you gonna roll? Are you rolling them out against a Justin Collins? This is gonna be the specific matchup he'll be with. It'll be him and Justin Collins, while Diggs is manned up against Darius Slay. You know what I mean? And Collins has been kind of trash.
I don't think Thielen will probably be playing, to be honest.
I don't think so either.
So I wouldn't count on him playing. And even if he does come back, I wouldn't play.
Everyone said he was gonna play last week, and I was like, nah. He already re-aggravated it once. That usually means like tack on another 4 weeks.
Yeah. Shout out James Conner. Same shit.
Well, I mean, especially hamstrings in that case. James Conner has a full-on stinger.
Yeah, but he just re-aggravated it. Yeah. So you got to wait longer.
But see, with stingers too, is like you won't even be able to grip shit because they'll pinch that nerve and your whole arm can be dead. You know what I mean? And that's what I was like when Dalvin Cook came back out on the bench. And I was like, okay, well, it's definitely not broken collarbone. You know what I mean? And then I was just like, at best, it's stinger. I said at best, too, because I want Madison to happen so bad.
Yeah. I think we all do for just 1 week. It wouldn't be bad.
That's all we need. Just get us to the next round.
Let's see. Anything else?
But I would still flex Madison.
Kyle Rudolph, he might be a nice play. He's been showing that he's getting a lot of red zone looks.
Ooh, Treadwell? Oh, no,
Rudolph.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Right. Treadwell, no, we don't like him. Detroit side of the ball, anything there? Galladay, you're going to play him probably, but I don't.
Yeah, well,
I can fade Galladay especially if there's
who are you playing over Galladay? Give me some names.
I'm crazy enough to say if there's an Anthony Miller floating there.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind.
Well, because here's the thing.
In that spot, I just don't like Detroit's situation.
Minnesota. This is the first game against the Seahawks They did, oh no, they did give up a big one to the Seahawks. I was gonna say because Minnesota leads the league in giving up touchdown receptions to opposing wide receivers.
Great stat. Yeah, they kind of clamped down. They did give up the Jerron Brown, I think, one.
No, it was the David Moore.
David Moore, that's right.
And it was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was on roads.
Oh, that was a blown coverage in that game. So you would.
I'm just
I mean,
saying,
that's
it still
the
fits.
only way
They've been
Kenny
doing this all year.
Galladay. That's the only way Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, but and there's also Marvin Jones
Who might
too.
be
Like I'm
one.
rolling them out. I'm not tripping.
All right, I'm a little worried about those guys. When it comes to third string quarterbacks, I always start.
They've
to
been
get a
doing
little
nothing but
uneasy.
producing with whatever quarterback it's been.
All right. You heard it there first.
Maybe not so much Kenny Galladay and the reception totals, but
No, they just have to hit the big home run for them to get
Yeah,
to actually
they're
get
getting the
points.
shots,
The floors are low.
this is a good matchup. It's gonna
All
be
right.
hard for Detroit to run, so they're gonna have to throw it.
All right, Colts Bucks. What's should be some fun stuff there. We mentioned Zach Pascal.
This might be a ugly trap game, like low scoring.
I know the Bucks. You keep thinking they're going to be high scoring games, and then
Because they're starting to, because Todd Bowles' corpse looking ass is starting to bring them around on the secondary now. He had their front seven vicious all year. This is like fact. They're top 3 against the run. They're top 5 of pressuring the quarterback and sacking. And now their secondary is starting to come around because they start to realize Todd Bowles is trying to tell them like, look, they're disrupting everything. You know what I mean?
So all those Colts running backs, that whole situation. Anybody in there
I'm
that
off
you
that.
favor? Nobody.
Unless Marlon Mack plays, but he'll have one of those things on his hand too.
What about like Jacoby and Pascal?
I mean, Jacoby, if you have him and in a single QB league, and you know what I'm saying, you still will feel good about the season long stats against the secondaries. I mean against the Bucs secondary. So you won't be mad at it, but it's like they just keep these games like so tight knit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and especially if T.Y.'s out, but he might play in the
Zach
season.
Pascal though, I mean he's a solid WR3 that has WR1 upside finish.
Yep, especially if Hilton's out again. So
He is going to be out. I have a theory they shut him down this week.
oh,
They're already mathematically eliminated last week.
ugh.
When the Colts won, the Colts what is it? The Titans won, the Colts lost. Boom.
So the Colts are going to start mailing it in.
I mean, why would you bring back T.Y. Hilton, who's been like fucked up all year? They just put Ebron, who's paid. Or they paid. He's not paid. I think he has one more year, right? I don't know. That's a good question because maybe that'll help determine what we're talking about right now. Because if it's not his last year on this contract, because they put him on the IR, it's like why would they continue to hurt this guy? And it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he's done. So I mean, all right, I could see them taking it slow with Ty. Plus, he re-aggravated his too, so
Yeah.
same kind of shit. All right, let's see. Done for that. Let's see here. What's the other game? Houston and the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Houston have a little bit of a letdown here after their big win.
This game's so hard to call.
I think Houston's gonna get hot right now going into the playoffs.
No, I'm just talking about it's so hard to call, like, overall, like the game script. Because, it's like, for instance, I know
Houston's gonna beat their ass.
No, I know that, but it's early in the week. What is Vegas giving? What's the point totals? Like, what I'm wondering what Vegas is giving the Broncos side.
It's probably at least 6 to 7. I'd say 7. Let me look it up.
And then what's the point total? Because then it's like
It's gonna be like a 45 point.
it's gonna be like you're rolling out Nuke, obviously, but Will Fuller this is gonna be one of those Will Fuller games, essentially.
Your boy.
Not my
Fifth
boy.
one.
Hold on. But what?
You mean your boy?
Hold on. Will Fuller. I mean, because the secondary options have been tend to
9-point favorites for Houston. So
And what's the point total on the game?
42.5. So they're
So
saying
they're
Houston
giving them-
blowout.
Yeah, so it was a 9. So they're giving 27 points to Houston. Yeah. Okay. Houston's defense. Do you have any take on that? That's like something in my opinion that could be a good streaming option.
Yeah, against Denver.
Just basing that on the fact that
It's playing Denver.
and it's Drew Lock's first road start.
Right. Yep. No, I like Houston, and that's why I always. Anytime I stream a defense, I'll always look for
home
inexperienced, home and not even necessarily home, inexperienced quarterbacks, bad
all
teams,
those in there.
all that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that fits the bill right there. They're not really a playmaking defense, but Drew. I mean, like I said, rookie quarterbacks.
Cortland Sutton rolling them out.
Oh yeah, you got to.
He's showing me something this year.
He's probably one of those guys, like you said. If he got you there, you roll with him. You're
Yeah.
not going to bench him now, even though he had the big game last week too.
Against Casey Hayward too. Last week.
True that. All right, so let's see. Anything else on that game? Anything interesting? I mean, Duke Johnson. I'm not mad at some Duke Johnson. Carlos Hyde. I'm not fucking with Carlos Hyde.
Well, you know what? Okay, I was just about to say Carlos Hyde because ever since Derek Wolfe has been out, people have been running up the gut on the Broncos, and that's Carlos Hyde. Yeah. Like Duke Johnson, but see,
maybe some garbage time.
In the past 4 weeks straight, am I crazy? Is this right? The past 4 weeks straight, I think he's had 5 targets a game. Duke Johnson.
Yeah, he's about. I don't know if that's.
He's like 4.
Roughly 4 or 5.
I'm in.
Give or take.
I'm in the ballpark.
You're right there. Right there.
Yeah, I don't know if we get away from that.
No, he's been the better bet.
We'll put him in the category of like if he got you there. You know what I mean? You might got to, but then
Duke Johnson didn't get you there. Nah, he got 6 or 5. No, he hasn't been getting 5. The last 3 games before this one, he's actually been shit. Before that, he was getting his 5. Oh,
okay. So there's like a 2.
I think there's a little hot streak coming in from him though, and I
don't know if it starts this game though. Do you think
started last week?
You think he's a competitive? I mean, you think this is a competitive game?
I don't.
I'm not. I don't have no Noah Fant.
I just think it's easy for him to get something though. There's just Houston's. They're gonna take away Nuke. That's gonna be the game plan. Somebody like Duke Johnson or like you said, Will Fuller can get some cheap shits.
Everybody knows I love Noah Fant, but Jeff Hireman came back and it just made it all shitty. You know, because they're sharing snaps and running. You know, sharing routes run. That's about it, huh?
Yeah. All right.
Darren Fells, you're hoping for a touchdown, I guess. I mean that's deeper league shit.
All right. Chargers Jacksonville. What do you got there?
Chargers Jacksonville. I mean, you kind of got to fire up all the Chargers.
They kind of remind me of like Cleveland right now. Like now that they're out of it, they got nothing really to play for. They're just gonna go crazy and throwing the ball. Mike Williams will finally be Mike Williams.
I mean,
it's gonna happen. It happened last week.
AJ Boye. You know, he should be the guy on Keenan Allen. You're going to play Keenan Allen, obviously. Mike Williams is the question out of this group because it's like, do you flex Mike Williams?
I like Mike Williams.
The secondary options, they've been eating all year, but like in the smash spot.
Jacksonville D isn't, like you said, one of those teams you can kind of bully a little bit.
Like in the smash spot that it should have been, you know what I mean? For Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, it wasn't. But who's the tight end that's playing against them right now? It's the Jag? Oh, Hunter Henry's in a good spot.
Okay.
Yeah. Because even O.J. Howard dropped a touchdown pass last week, and that could have been like saved our Jameis Winston shares or helped it at least. You know what I mean? Because that's another cover 3 style defense where if they drop that safety, that's that tight end can be wide open. You know what I mean? Running up the field. You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's hard too because as much bro, they're one of the worst against the run, Jacksonville's front, but they're still one of the highest in pressures to opposing quarterbacks. So it's like, look at the formula we have here. You got Rivers, who I would stay away from, to be honest, in single QB leagues. I mean, I was arguing with Nancy. I was like, go get the Magic Man.
Oh yeah.
He was like, you're right. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, Rivers? I got Rivers. He's solid. I'm like, what games are you watching? Well, I'm like, you fucking serious? This is the dance now. Like, go get the Magic Man. I'm just saying, like, you want to get reckless, get a guy who's, like, really reckless in the Pick 6 club. Phillip Rivers not in the Pick 6 club. He refuses to be.
What's his curse word? Farfignugan?
Farfignugan. Right?
He turns German.
Well, so this should be a big Gordon game in that, what I'm saying. Because as much pass rush they're going to send, they're going to try to run hella. They're all, and everyone in that coaching staff, they're all playing for their jobs. All of them, both teams.
Very true. Very true. All right. So, you're rolling the Chargers out. Jacksonville pretty much Fournette.
Chris Conley? The Ginsu? Any take?
I mean, if you're playing Chris Conley in your playoff matchup. You're probably the 6th seed.
Chris Conley's kind of been doing his
He's
thing
been
too.
all right, but he hasn't been great.
And
It's wildly
it's
inconsistent.
not like he's WR1.
One of those receivers will have a big game probably. I don't want to guess which one it is. Could be Sharknado. It could be Dede again. Could be. I mean Conley. It's like they're.
The Ginsu makes it all swaggy.
I don't know. Westbrook's kind of been the guy they've been favoring a little bit lately. So
the Ginsu favors everyone.
All right. So what about
all the ladies?
Tennessee and Oakland? I don't think there's much there other than what Derrick Henry.
I like AJ Brown in here as a flex.
As a flex.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Oakland secondary. You can just pick on them, dude.
I mean, it is going to be rain in Oakland.
It's
they did just hold one Patrick Mahomes to 175
in an extremely cold and windy
bad conditions,
yeah.
Which is what it's going to be again. So.
Yeah, but with the amount of rush attempts they're going to have with Derrick Henry, they're going to be able to pop big ass, gigantic fucking play action. Did we go? We went over the hour on that.
We're on the hour.
Nice. We still got a few games, but we're not so bad.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. That's dope. Go back live again? Oh, no. It'll only keep them one, huh?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, I mean, A.J. Brown, okay. I like that. That's more of like a risky desperation
Well, we're
flex.
talking flex talk here.
Right.
I mean, basically.
Guys that we would feel comfortable playing, they don't have to necessarily be a flex. It could be a wide receiver, too. You might have someone hurt. You know
I'm just saying, like.
I get you. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Some of that we would in a spot where we.
But you know what though? You're right. With the weather and everything. Okay, I'm gonna retract that.
Josh Jacobs. I mean, you probably have to play him if you have him.
Oh, you got to.
So
man. You know what? I'm playing against Josh Jacobs, and like he's really gonna try his hardest you know what's funny? It's like I must have played him the most this year. Him and CMC. Like you play in a lot of leagues, and I don't own those guys anywhere. I feel like I've played them so many fucking times this year.
It never ends.
Crazy.
It never ends.
It doesn't.
All right, so that game, we're going to end that game. We can see Pittsburgh and Arizona.
We're okay. No, go back to the game.
What do you got?
Hold on, the baller.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But Tyrell Williams.
I'm good
That
off that.
secondary is kind of bad. You know what, though? I just don't trust Carr.
I don't trust that. I think Tennessee's actually going to play pretty good. I mean, they're like I said, they're ready. They're making exactly, and they're making a playoff run. Ugly weather. I'm cool off Tyrell Williams. He hasn't shown me anything the past months where I feel
he's been Tyrell. I miss the Gazelle.
No, he's just been.
You know what? I don't think he's ever been the Gazelle with the Raiders.
The first week or two, he was the Gazelle. But.
Yeah, I mean, he probably had his Charger jersey underneath it. He's the Gazelle with the Chargers.
Yep. All right, Pittsburgh, Arizona. Juju and Connor, we don't know shit about them. They're probably not going to be out. You can drop David Johnson.
They're not going to be out, you mean?
They're probably going to be out. There's no update on them, really.
Yeah. They're probably going to be out.
Most likely out. And who else did we say?
I mean, shit, you know what? He's probably like, look, brothers, y'all ain't playing because we keep winning with none of y'all.
Sit your ass down. We got this.
Yeah. I need all third stringers.
No, I mean, Benny Snell. Get up there.
Yes.
Johnny Holton.
Hey,
hold my beer.
Benny Snell might beast in this game if there's no Connor, but we should supposedly see
the game or what?
Nah, but if there
Benny Snell.
Okay, look at that. I'm playing against Kyler Murray in a couple leagues this week.
Okay.
Right?
Not bad.
He could not throw anything through the air successfully and still have a good game on me.
You think so?
Yeah, so playmakers, if you have Kyler Murray and this is a premier defense, the Steelers, I mean, because Kyler Murray's done it twice against a premier defense, against the Niners. He also did it against the Detroit Lions in the beginning because before the Detroit Lions started getting banged up, they were a suffocating defense. If you remember, they suffocated the fuck out of healthy Patrick Mahomes in them early. Remember?
True.
Like, they were good in the beginning. So I'm just saying Kyler Murray, and this was this first debut even. You know, he was running all over. Anyways, then you have he did it against Baltimore too. You know what I mean? He had. I mean, either way, my point is, Kyler Murray. He's probably the only one I feel safe by. I mean, if you have Christian Kirk, I mean, you're praying for the targets because Pittsburgh on the outside is really good. Whether it's Joe Hayden or Arnie Burns or I forget the other names they have back there, but they have a good rotation going at their outside corners.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Vance McDonald,
Yep.
the fucking goddamn flow chart against Arizona this year is just kill them with the tight ends.
Yeah, if you're desperate there. I mean, but yeah,
I know, right?
It is
See?
Duck Hodges. It is the Duck Hunter. Which it gives them a little life, but I think that limits their ceiling, though. It just limits their ceiling.
James Washington.
My guy?
Yeah.
He's not my
I'm
guy.
asking about all your guys.
He's not my guy.
I just realized you were so big on all the Steelers.
I was.
Going in this
Connor.
year.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was
Connor.
Juju and Washington. Because I figured they'd have a healthy quarterback this year. But,
Yeah.
you know. So I was wrong, but how?
They were like, we're a college team. We have
I would really be eating crow if Ben Roethlisberger was still a quarterback, and this was what things were looking like.
Crow can't be good, huh?
No, it can't.
Yeah.
So,
Because they always say that.
yeah, I don't think it is.
You know, crows, they just be laughing too. They be on the light post.
You know, like,
the fuck you laughing at?
I heard the crows are like one of the smartest birds.
Oh, for sure.
Like ridiculous.
That's why they be laughing at these feeble-minded humans just from afar. Laughing and shit. Get the fuck up. You laughing at?
All right. Let's see.
We'll eat your ass and say it's disgusting.
I went golfing once. I had it was funny. I got told a crow story, and then we went golfing, and the crow swooped in and stole like some food out of my shit.
Oh shit!
And I go, son of a bitch! I don't even mad at you. You fucking smart
Right?
bird.
Like, you could have just talked to me.
Yeah, I'd have hooked you up.
I mean, you know what though? Parrots, they could talk and shit, or at least learn to mimic words.
True.
So it's like, yeah, it's not far fetched that the motherfucking goddamn crow will come through and swoop your food. You know what I mean?
Yep. Let's see. A couple more games to get to here. Chiefs and Patriots AFC title game rematch in Foxborough. What's your vibe on that game? Chiefs are gonna smack their ass.
I feel like the Chiefs are just like two games in revenge mode against them, and they were all big games. Like one was to lose his winning streak. Remember? In primetime last season, and then the other one's the AFC Championship. You know what I mean? And he's lost on his home field, Patrick Mahomes, I'm saying. He's lost on his home field and over there. You know what I mean? And like he's pissed. You know what I'm saying?
So you think they come out ready?
Yeah, but here's the caveat. It's very rare that the New England Patriots come off a bad game, and when they're in a bounce back spot, it's fucking mania. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping for fireworks. I'm hoping for explosions. All you motherfuckers that have Patrick Mahomes and you're in the playoffs, you're probably not the number 1 or 2 seed.
You know, maybe.
You're probably not the number 1 or 2 seed if you have Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. All right. What about like guys?
I'm
like,
just saying. So you're playing this week,
right? I mean,
and like you're not afraid to play him.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, but Mecole Hardman, Tyreek Hill. I mean, based on this, like Mecole Hardman, you're not feeling safe at all playing him.
No.
Tyreek Hill, you're obviously playing him.
Right.
Travis Kelce, you're worried about him because that's who the Patriots will hone in on. You know what I mean? The running back situation, just stay away from it altogether. For the Chiefs. How about this for the Chiefs
if they
and
rule
the
out,
Patriots?
Well, that's what I was going to get to on the Patriots in a minute. But if they rule out both Darkwing Ducks, then I wouldn't be mad at some
Darwin Thompson?
Wouldn't be mad. Shady McCoy, you could play him.
You know
too,
he's
just
part
as
of the
shoe ball.
Legion of Zoom. Are you aware of that?
Zoom, no.
So with the Chiefs, the Legion of Zoom is led by Tyreek Hill, and then you got Damian Williams, Mecole Hardman, and Darwin Thompson, because they all run 4.3 or better.
I like that.
I know,
So
right?
some
Just
speedsters
fucking
over
throw
there.
them all out there, motherfucker.
As for the Patriots running backs, Chiefs deep rush defense isn't great, right? Is that what we understand? You can run on them.
They allow it.
They allow it.
Yes, because if they want,
What are they going to allow this game? Run or some underneath?
They're gonna
bullshit?
they're gonna let them run and do underneath shit. They're not gonna. They're gonna. What they're gonna. You know what they're gonna do? Are you familiar with cover zero?
Yes.
Right? They're gonna try to cover zero Patrick Mahomes to death, like they did with him every time they played him. And they've been actually using that. Like, it was so good against Patrick Mahomes, they just started doing that to everyone. But they got ate up doing it against.
It's going to be December football in New England, so things start to change when it's December. And
they're coming off a loss to another heavy hitter in the AFC.
Yeah, no, you're right. It'll be a good game.
I hope. I
think
don't
the
want
Chiefs
it to
are
be
gonna.
a
I think the
trash
Chiefs.
game.
I just don't know if the Patriots could keep up with them. I mean that's kind of we're selling them short.
Yeah, because with their personnel, right?
We're selling them short.
But they're not depleted in their backfield. That's the thing, though, and that's all the Patriots need.
True. So
Is
that should be a good game.
They're multifaceted running backs. I'd be damned if I'm a James White owner and it's goddamn Rex Burkhead this week.
I think it'll be another heavy dose of James White.
I think so too. I'm just saying.
But Sony Michel, I kind of would still sit him in this matchup. Even as
really,
Sony,
I don't think so.
I kind of would, man. I don't think he's gonna.
I don't think
he
so.
just needs a touchdown to get any value.
What did Josh Jacobs do against them?
Against Kansas City?
Yeah, last week in bad weather, where it's like
he got 100. He did get 100. I know that.
Yeah, so they've been really tight in their secondary. They're like ranked number 8 right now, the Chiefs. But it's like, haha, joke's on you, Chiefs. Who are you gonna guard? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of you got to pick your poison with that matchup.
And the Chiefs, the Patriots will be good at finding different mismatches, and they're gonna do that with White. You're right. You talked me out of the Rex Burkhead.
No, I don't think you got to worry about him.
Flex Rex.
I don't think you got to worry about Sony Michel either. Even in the Houston game, he started off red hot, and then they just got away from him.
Well, the game got away from them.
Exactly, and I don't think Kansas City's gonna kind of slump on offense.
Where is this game? It's in New England.
It's in New England.
Fucking A. They're gonna call in like snow or something.
Exactly. I just know when New England runs the football in December, which is why it's like fuck. Everything in my brain is saying get rid of Sony Michel this week and don't play him. You can bench him. Not
this is the one.
But this is like the one where they might just fucking feed his ass to try to keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline and all this shit.
Kicked their ass in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one to watch. All right, couple more games. Any last words on that before we shift over to LA?
Damn. Fuck Shady McCoy.
All right, Seahawks Rams out in LA. Should be, like I said, ugly weather. This is Sunday night, though. We need those Rams to finally fucking win a game, right?
Fuck, for real, dog. God damn you, Rams.
The Rams, they're coming off of...
Let's start
they're coming off Arizona, so I mean...
What does Vegas think about this game?
It's a great question. Vegas has, let's see... Where are we at? Oh, it's a pick'em damn near. Seahawks -1.
Ooh.
So that's good. That's good. The total is 48 too. So they think the Rams are coming to play.
It's a game with running fools because they have been running Gurley a lot.
Yeah, I mean that's their only hope of being successful now. We saw that other shit wasn't working for them. They put Gurley in a timeshare to a 500 record basically.
They basically try to mask the fact that he's trying to get healthy probably.
Yeah, and then now they're gonna go hard at the end of the year.
Yeah, they're like, you have to die for us now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's like a lot of implications in that game. Anybody that you're benching, let me just ask you that: if you're a Brandon Cooks, okay.
I'm not really confident in him at all.
What about Tyler Lockett coming off a dud, a donut?
They said, after the game, they came out and said that he had the flu and that he literally flew separate or some shit like that, like. You know what I mean? And
I think the Patriots did that. There was a sick plane and a healthy plane.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
there was Tom Brady.
Apparently, there was eight members on the Patriots and 8 members on the Seahawks that were sick. But Tyler Lockett was the one that flew on his own or something like that. Yeah, but I mean, they could be just making excuses.
Okay, you can start too.
Okay, Tyler Lockett though, it's like you have to play him in this matchup. He's historically 8 again in life without Doug Baldwin. Tyler Lockett's been eating against the Rams.
Even with one Jalen Ramsey on the other side of this one.
Jalen Ramsey can't keep up. Jalen Ramsey's not a speedster guy. He's a long strider guy. Mm-hmm. And Tyler Lockett will burn him.
So you're not worried about Ramsey?
I'm not worried about Ramsey.
Okay.
Because Ramsey, they're going to keep him on the outside. There's going to be plenty of times Tyler Lockett is running out that slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Tyler Lockett, Devontae Parker, or Amari Cooper. Bench one.
Tyler Lockett, Amari Cooper, or
Devontae Parker.
oh, it's Tyler Lockett.
You mentioned okay
Because Tyler Lockett's only going to get like upwards of 4 targets unless they start all the games this year where Tyler Lockett went crazy like target wise and shit. It was when they were like using him out of the backfield and doing all kind jet sweeps and like they just haven't been doing that. And they only did that like one game. It was one game against the Ravens and then not the Ravens, the Browns, and then another game against the Bucks. Where like Tyler Lockett's targets was just crazy, like double digits, but it's like they're using him in every facet, and you know what I mean. Like maybe him being sick is why we haven't seen them do that. You know what I mean? Because they should have been, because he's like an X factor. Like you know what I mean. When they do move him around, you know what I mean. But okay, here's the real question: Rashad Penny, how confident are you telling the playmakers? Like is he a flex?
He's a flex for me. He's a flex. Depending, I mean, obviously, this is all prefaced on who you have.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I would feel just as confident rolling him out as I do with Chris Carson this week, right? I
guess, yeah. Shit.
Sony Michel or Rashad Penny, I'm going Sony. I'm sorry, Penny. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. Because Penny will get involved in the passing game.
He is, yes, and the receivers are a little bit limited.
Penny, how about this too? Penny really hurts Tyler Lockett.
That was what I was just gonna say. Yeah, the Tyler Lockett's disappearing has been Rashad Penny's emerging,
and also like, as long as Chris Carson can just continue to get at least his 2 targets a game, like, just don't.
He gets his carries.
I'm saying he's still like, he's getting his 2 targets. Like, don't you take that away from him now?
Don't take those points.
Yeah, because it's just imperative that they don't look one-dimensional where it's like Chris Carson's out there, he's gonna run it. You know what I mean? Like, just don't not do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Other than that, I think you're rolling everyone else out there.
Okay, let's get to this Monday nighter then.
What's the last Monday night game? Let me see.
Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Your Eagles. Break it down. What you got for us? You're playing all of them.
I mean, and by all of them, it's really just Jeffrey, Sanders,
Ertz.
and then Ertz and Goddard.
Wentz.
Oh, I'm firing him up.
All of them?
Yeah, the existing. Doesn't look like Jordan Howard's on any kind of pace to come back. So I'm still rolling out Sanders. Matter of fact, I'm trying to decide between Sanders or Penny, and I'm a Carson owner in this particular. Where it's like, do I roll out both Penny and then it's like, because I'm also on the side of anytime it's a lower scoring Vegas, prediction or whatever spread, right? I just feel there's always the running backs don't get affected by that. You know what I mean? In this case, it's like okay, it's hard to call. You want to know what's crazy about the Rashad Penny thing last Monday? It was the Seahawks had the ball for 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it was enough time
to do all that.
Yeah.
Feed 2 backs. Yep.
You know what I mean? And like,
they'll have the ball a lot in this next game. The Rams are not like.
Hey, we're really the level of 1 to 10. I'll tell you mine with Chris Carson. I'm like a smooth 7 concerned
7
out of
concerned?
10. Yeah, with this Penny shit, man. Because
there's
no way I don't start Carson ever.
Right.
And there's no way, and it's hard to be like, well, let's just get it all and start Penny as well. Because I'm not irresponsible. I have Penny everywhere I have Carson.
I don't think it's that hard to throw both guys out. I mean, you don't want to, obviously, but if both guys can eat.
Penny or Sanders.
Oh, shit.
What's crazy is the Giants have been kind of steady good against the run for some reason. I look at their past matchups and it's like, who the fuck has been running on them? Like David Montgomery didn't really get off on them. Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones, did they fucking doing anything last Sunday? Because I can't fucking remember.
Not at all.
Exactly. Because if I don't remember, that means it didn't happen.
True.
You know what I mean? That's a real debacle I'm in to try to get to the second round.
And Philly has a lot of mouths to feed over there. Versus the Seahawks, who really
but they're also
the run game.
But we're in a time where finally they're depleted at other mouths to feed at running back. I'm not worried about no Boston Scott, and then Jay Ajayi could be like a snake here and there, but they want Miles Sanders to be a thing.
They do, and they need him to be. So I mean, he's their best back, that's for sure. So he'll be involved, but there's just a lot. There's a lot.
But like him over Penny is the question.
I think the work will be pretty similar.
I don't know.
I don't know. That is a tough one. If seeing you're the Carson owner,
Right.
might make a little more sense to go Sanders.
Right, just to not be too
double down on
invested.
one
Yeah.
thing where that and you like we said. Luckily, the Seahawks game is Sunday night, so you'll get you have time on that one. But
I have time to mow it over.
weather is going to be a big one. If you see a rainy game out there, then you're
I'm
not
just
gonna,
going Carson.
Then you go one. You know what I mean? If you see it might be looking good out there. There might be there might be some restraints on the field
and
like
then
that.
There's also where I'm vetted to a degree where I love having an anchor on a Monday, and like I'm in this case too. I'm actually playing a guy who has Barkley, where it's like, okay, if it has to come down to a Monday, and if I do have some kind of lead and he has Barkley, I at least want another piece there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
To help continue to keep said lead, hopefully. You hear me, JT Money?
Ooh, wait, it's on, playmakers.
Woo! It's only the beginning.
It's just beginning. Yep. All right.
Well, I think that's it. Follow us at the GMM Network. Follow me at Bogart Scott Free. Follow my esteemed colleague, The Goo, at the Guru 408. It's the goddamn playoffs. Let's get to the second round. We're gonna hit you with maybe the 2-minute drill. Still, we'll call it that. You know what I mean? We're gonna hit you
most
with
of that today.
Yeah, but we'll elaborate more again. We'll probably do this all over again on Friday because we're gonna have a lot of more. There's gonna be more clarity with weather, injuries, everything, because all these things factor.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey,
Stay
good luck to
tuned,
everybody. You know
playmakers.
what I mean? Go get that W.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Think murder and mayhem.